Get ready for the next battle.
The Nintendo Switch is almost ready to be released to the public, and despite any doubts that I have with the console, such as what the hell is this game, and no seriously, what the hell is this game, I still think that the Switch has a lot of promise, with Zelda, Splatoon 2, and Mario Odyssey especially being some of my most eagerly anticipated games of 2017. And for some reason, 1-2 Switch is not on that list. I wonder why. But I think that before we move on to Nintendo's console handheld hybrid, I want to just take a moment to look back at one of Nintendo's strangest consoles they've ever made, and why it was such a failure. And no, not a failure like the Virtual Boy was. The Virtual Boy is objectively shit and deserved to be a failure. But as for the Wii U and why that died so quickly after release, well, that's a completely different story. Let's go back to 2011, a year remembered by, Sonic's 20th birthday. When it was their turn to present at that year's E3, Nintendo showed off their first new home console since the Wii, and this was the Wii U. What? Excuse me? Please explain? What is going on here? This was the first problem. When it came out, the Wii was revolutionary. Not only because of the motion controls, but also the fact that it brought gaming to a wider and casual audience. Instead of 13-year-old Jimmy playing games in his attic, it was now 76-year-old Henry pretending to play golf in his front room. This worked wonders for the Wii's sales, but it gave Nintendo a certain image of being family-friendly, and that turned away most hardcore gamers who would then want nothing more to do with Nintendo. You can argue that Nintendo always had this reputation, but it's obvious that the Wii and its broad appeal with casual audiences was the peak. You would think that for the next console, Nintendo would make an effort to appeal to both the casual audience, but also try and win back those hardcore gamers that had grown disinterested with the company. And the easiest way to do that would have been to lose the Wii branding entirely, coming up with something completely new. And would you look at that? They did the complete opposite. Thanks, Nintendo, you did a real good thing there. You're smart. Good on you! Instead of doing something new and original, they called it the Wii U, which not only meant that hardcore gamers wouldn't buy the console because it would be associated with the Wii, the casual audience would not give a shit either, because the Wii was old news to them. It was a fad that had died out. And also, let's just be honest, the Wii is a pretty shit name to begin with. I mean, imagine going to your friend's house and they're like, "Alright lads, I thought I'd just bring some games round, you know, have a bit of fun. So, who wants to play the Wii?" Wii? What, like piss? Well, I'm certainly not playing that. Okay, let's move away from anything relating to the name or the initial reveal. Let's just talk about the console itself. The main gimmick of the Wii U is that it makes a pretty decent doorstop. The main gimmick of the Wii U was the touchscreen controller. Now, to be fair on them, this doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. Nintendo knew that touchscreens can be a huge success, what with their own DS line being so popular. And since tablet gaming was on the rise at the time, Nintendo must have been thinking, "Oh well, if touchscreens worked so well before, why can't we just do them again? Instant money!" Slight problem there though, it didn't really work out that way. Nintendo are known for innovation, just look at the Wii and the DS, but when you put the Wii U besides the PS4 and the Xbox One, it really sticks out, and I don't mean in a, "oh look at that cool console" kind of way. It just looks like too much of a gimmick console with its tablet controller, and that really did not help Nintendo when they were trying to actually compete with these two companies. People just weren't really interested, and if I'm honest, I've never really been a fan of the controller's shape at all, but looking back, it wasn't the worst idea. For some games like Mario Maker and Wii Party U, I think the gamepad was really well implemented, and the ability to play the game only on the screen and have something else on the TV was a really smart idea, and I think that the gamepad, you know, it could have been a good fit. I'm just joking, look at this fucking Leapfrog iPad rip-off shit. You're better off using the gamepad as a dinner plate rather than a fucking controller. Nintendo is a dead company. The Wii U is the worst console ever, baby! We at Nintendo are proud to announce new Super Mario Bros. For the Switch. It's the same game you've played 4 times already, but now with one new power-up. Seriously, please buy this game. We need the money. I've talked about things that I think dooms the Wii U from the start, but I've been saving arguably the biggest problem for last. And no, it's not Miiverse. When the Wii U was released on November 30th, 2012, everyone who purchased the console was asking themselves one question.
Where are the games? Where are the games? Where are the games?
Where are the games?
Where are the games?
Where are the games? Where are the games?
Where are the games? Where are the games?
Where are the games? The launch lineup of games for the Wii U was lacking at best and shocking at worst. Let me just give you a quick rundown of some of the launch games you could get on day one, and just remember that Nintendo thought people would actually want to buy this. New Super Mario Bros. U, while it may have been a new Mario game, it was also the fourth installment in the incredibly dull New Super Mario Bros. Series, and at face value, it adds nothing new to the series except maybe some baby Yoshis, because that's a fucking system seller right there. Then you had Zombie U, a survival horror game that, from what I've played of it, is just okay. There's Nintendo Land, which admittedly was quite a fun game and had a good variety of different minigames, but it was never going to have the same effects that Wii Sports had for the Wii. And I say that because Nintendo were trying to push this game as the main launch game for the Wii U. And then after that we have, oh my god, they're all ports! Tekken Tag 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Batman Arkham City, Mass Effect 3, Skylanders, FIFA 13, Black Ops 2 without DLC. It's simple. If you're trying to get new people to purchase your console, don't release it with 75% of the launch titles being games that people have already played. And the thing is, some of those games are actually quite good, but I only know that because I've already bought them on a different console. Also, I'd rather play the game just using this controller as opposed to this controller. Wait, no, I just remembered something. I forgot to talk about the Wii U's greatest launch game. The one and only Funky Barn. You heard me right. Funky fucking Barn. You put down the Xbox One, throw away the PS4, shit on the PC. We're playing Funky Barn, lads. You better get hype. The launch sort of set the tone for the entire console's lifespan, and it only took a couple of years for the Wii U to be considered a dead console, because let's be honest, Mario Maker was the last high-profile first-party release, and by 2016 Nintendo had already abandoned ship and were preparing for their next console, instead of trying to keep the Wii U afloat, which honestly was the right decision. I remember when the Switch was first revealed and everyone was talking about it, and even though I do have problems with the console, and honestly the only launch game I'm getting is Zelda, it still just feels good to move on and start fresh. But don't take all of this the wrong way. Even though this video has basically been me shitting all over the Wii U, thankfully not literally, I still really like this console. In terms of first party releases, the Wii U had some great games, such as Mario 3D World, Splatoon, Mario Maker, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Wii Party U, Mario Kart 8, Game & Wario, Pokken Tournament, and of course, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. The Wii U had atrocious third-party support, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy so many of the first-party efforts, and I'm still playing most of them to this day, even though I thought I'd have moved on and be playing my PS4. And you know what? Despite all of the bad things that I've said about the console, I had so much fun playing it over the years. But obviously I do realise that Nintendo has to move on, and the Switch at this point could go either way in terms of being a success or not. So we'll just have to wait and see, but let's just hope for one thing. Pray to God that Smash Bros. For Wii U gets ported to the Switch! Please, Nintendo, please! Wii U, what are you still doing in my house? I thought I told you to pack your shit up and get out of here.
Jesus Christ, cut me some slack, my man. Why would you want to get rid of me? Remember all the good times we had?
I don't care how surprisingly good Wii Party U is. I need you to get out of here so I can make room for the Switch.
Oh, so I suppose you're going to get rid of me too, just because I also had a shitty launch lineup.
Oh god, Barry, you're sort of a dead concept at this point. You didn't really work out, so I'd prefer if you just stayed out of this, please.
Funny that you should call me a dead concept, when you are in fact a dead channel.
Oi, I am not a dead channel! Oh no. Oh no. I'm doing that thing. I'm doing the trope where the reviewer speaks to their consoles or inanimate objects, and they think it's funny to watch, but it's actually just really embarrassing. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, I hate this episode!
Yes, definitely one of the weaker ones of this season.
Hey, I've got a good idea. How about you put on that one I really like?
Alright then.
Do you like memes, you little faggot?
Ah, yes, this is the good shit.